Everybody, it's Start with Large Lads, and today we're doing another tier list. We haven't done one in a long time, and I'm joined here today with Rufy.
Howdy, folks.
All right, and what we're going to do is this is a EU5 country tier list, and we're rating them on how fun they are and their historical and actual game impact. So we're going to jump right in, and we're going to start with a country that neither of us have played, but is the Ashikaga, or Japan, easier to say. So Japan.
Nippon.
Exactly. What are we thinking about Japan?
I'm not a weeb. But
not a weeb either.
But I would say mid, so B tier.
Yeah, you think if you played in Asia, because we're pretty Eurocentric when we play EU5, so unfortunately for everything outside of Asia, it's going to be not S tier. But I mean, as far as the Asian countries go, do they seem like they're the most fun Asian country to you, though?
I think Korea would be or Vietnam. But the thing about Japan is it already starts unified, and I can imagine what else would I do. I would just play tall, try to get in Korea, and most likely trade with Indonesia.
You could go like a World War II kind of like sphere of influence over the Pacific. That might be cool, though.
That could be cool, but
colonialism on America, maybe like Japanese California.
To be fair, I don't even know if there are little islands which are occupied, or do you have like you need what do you call it, like colonization for expansion towards Indonesia?
You do, but it seems like in EU5 so far, colonization's like pretty easy to get. I mean, I was able to get it as like Mali, so I don't know.
Again,
I think I see what you're saying, that they are unified, so you don't get like the internal Japan politics, but you can be like an expansionist Japan.
I believe that I should just stay in Japan, make my Mitsubishis, and stay where I'm at. Otherwise, I get nuked. So
true, actually. So we're thinking B tier for Japan to start it out.
Yeah, it's not a bad country. It's just very limited in terms of like what you can do. It's either one or the other. You either decide to just play tall, stay homebound, or you decide to go wide and just expand in Pacific and then kick the living shit out of China, maybe, or just Korea or Mongolia or something like that.
Yeah, especially if you're in a multiplayer game and everybody else is in Europe, then it's like you're just playing like single player too. So.
Unless China blows up early and people decide to do like a free-for-all battle royale in China.
Yeah.
Then it could be kind of interesting.
I think B tier is good for it. Next we have Austria. Now, even in my later saves that I haven't seen Austria become like a big empire. I kind of always see Bohemia kind of like take the mantle of EU4 Austria.
But you keep forgetting one important fact about Austria. There is this one really good painter in Austria, and for that reason, it's my all-time favorite. So I would move it in strong A tier and
really?
S tier.
Really? That's a hot take. That is a hot take.
But jokes aside, historically wise, Austria and Habsburg bloodline was always the biggest player in Europe.
Yeah, in my Sweden campaign, my dynasty is Habsburg. So
even there, they were in Russia, they were in England at one point, they were in Spain. The Habsburg bloodline was everywhere, and it originates in Austria. So if we go by the metrics, historical, fun, and the big impact they have in game, I feel like they even have specific events for like unifying their bloodline if they get on different thrones. So just for that, I would say strong A tier.
Yeah, okay. I totally agree, actually. I think maybe they could kind of lack in game impact as of right now, but the other two kind of like fun and historical impact. Like they're definitely, I've thought about playing them. It's just Bohemia and Hungary just seem so strong at the start that it seems like it's going to be a headache. But
it's the fun part.
Exactly. Fair enough.
EU5. Yeah, we don't play EU5 to just play China the whole game. No, we want to play as a Munich or Ulm.
Byzantium is your Byzantium campaign.
Oh yeah, the Byzantium. It's so easy. I wish they would make it harder, because in the early Byzantium game, if we get to it, I need to rant right now.
It's on the list. It's on the list. We'll get to it.
Okay, I will save it up.
All right, next we have is Brandenburg.
good old Prussia.
I'm a big Brandenburg fan, but their economy is so bad. It's such a grind to play.
Not if you get the Wolfcast early or Stettin early on, because you get the trade ports. So if you manage to stabilize Brandenburg and don't get too overzealous, so you don't get a coalition,
Yeah.
like someone, and break the Brandenburg early on. I never did that. I will deny any allegations that I was too aggressive. But nothing beats the marching goose. So I would say a strong A tier again.
I was gonna say A tier. I would. Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't have put it much higher. Next we have the Ottomans.
D tier.
D tier. I think they're cooler than they were in EU4 because they start weaker.
But the thing is about the weak start, AI is not aggressive enough with annexing the, what do you call them, Alumajan, like the vassals or marches, or like their mechanic.
Yeah, like Eternids or whatever they're called all around there too. Sometimes you see some bigger ones of them, but I will say on some of my campaigns, Ottomans are dominating. It's just 50-50, it seems like, though.
They can get easily decked on if they don't decide to go a little bit more aggressive route with their vassals policies, because they have the specific events to unify the Andalusia, or not, what do you call it again, the half continent.
Oh, Anatolia.
Anatolia, yeah. Andalusia. What is Andalusia?
Andalusia is the Muslim Spain, Muslim Iberia.
Oh yeah, you're correct.
I think they're C to B.
We can put them behind Japan.
I'm okay throwing them in C tier. I just don't think they're D tier.
But the fact is, they do have.
You actually,
events.
I'm kind of thinking about it now. Now that we're saying it, I'm kind of thinking about it. I think if we're saying fun, historical impact, and game impact, I actually think they probably check all those boxes better than Japan does.
Yeah. Now, since I think we position Japan maybe too strongly, but let's do stronger B for Japan.
Yeah, facts. Okay. Next is Castille. You know my opinion. I'm S tier on Castille. I think Castille's like the coolest. Probably it's my favorite. I have 3 nations I like to play, and Castille's one of my top 3.
Castille, I might agree with you, because it's so much fun to either decide to go warlike route, land, and deck on the Muslims or France, or diplomatically you can unify your court with Aragon, Naples, and so on, and also have good relations with Portugal. I believe you might also make them a march or something like that.
Yeah.
And unify the entire Spain plus Portugal, or you gonna
even the Low Countries in Italy. You can go to the Low Countries in Italy as well.
Lombardy as well. You could actually get some event plus Holland. You also have event for Holland
and Naples, Sicily, and
let's say you decide to go the third way. You don't want to do diplomatical. You don't want to do war. So you're gonna do trade, and you can do colonization, trade as well. So it checks every single box. And when you think about the historical impact, it's there as well. After all, Castile at one point was owned half of the world with Portugal, or even the whole world if you count Portugal in before England.
I think it's S tier.
It is. Yeah, let's put it in S tier.
Next is Bohemia. Check yourself.
Check yourself, fool.
I actually think, funny enough, on EU4, if we're doing this list for EU4, I would say Bohemia is like C tier. On EU5, it's like borderline S tier. Like, it's kind of more impactful than Austria or Brandenburg.
They got it more right.
Yeah.
This one.
You get the Hussite Wars, and I think it's arguably S tier. I don't think it's Castile, but
I have not played Bohemia enough, weirdly enough. Is there a Zizka event, like with the general?
No clue. I know there's the Hussite,
if there's a Zizka event in Bohemia, S tier immediately, like not even discussion, man.
So I'm kind of torn. Biased. Is it because I think it's over Austria?
Yeah, I think especially early on, you have more like opportunities to do whatever you wish. You can either just unify HRE or go more warlike and just BU Hungary, or have a bad events with Hussites and then defend against the Pope.
Yeah.
Pope.
All right, we'll say top of A tier. It could be S tier, but I think top of A tier for now.
Yeah, Bohemia is based, man.
Next is Denmark.
Denmark.
I'm gonna be honest. As a huge Sweden enjoyer, and I'm like 1650 in my Sweden campaign. The Scandinavia is not super interesting.
And Denmark is weak as fuck.
Yeah.
I think they got it kind of wrong. I don't mean that they ever had like big standing army. No. They actually like they pivot the influence over Sweden, Norway, and other like their states to rise up army, and they always used mercenaries in their wars. They have very small land army, but their naval influence was huge through the years. I think all the way to 1600s. They had one of the biggest fleets in Europe.
Yeah, well, I think we start in a down Denmark time, whereas in EU4, obviously Sweden, historically Sweden becomes a much more bigger player, like in world events. But in EU4, a lot of times Sweden didn't get that strong because Denmark started so strong. But in this case, Denmark starts so weak that they just never become a player. If they're AI controlled, I think if a player played them, they probably could do a lot more.
And also because of the strong mechanics with trade and RGO and resources management in this one, Hellenic League and especially Lübeck and Hamburg and all the small trade cities are much bigger players than Denmark, which is fucking weird because Denmark was like the main pain in the ass for Hellenic League.
Yeah.
They had to like make big halo about Denmark, the Hellenic League, and they had to pay them a lot. But in this one, it doesn't happen at all.
No, in both my like long saves, Mecklenburg and Lüneburg both become bigger players than Denmark, like consistently. So
it's quite embarrassing, really.
Yeah, I mean Denmark's probably close to D tier. I know it's a Swedish company that makes the game, so maybe this is just.
Oh yeah, they are like
yeah. I think they're D tier. Do you think so, or do you think they're at least C?
Because we need a D tier, or are you genuinely...
No. I have like some slam dunk D tiers coming. We can put them in C. I have some slam dunk D tiers coming up.
Actually, I think it is D tier though. Like,
compared to what they should be, is D tier. That's what I think.
Yeah, compared to what they should be, especially navally, I'm like quite sad about it, really. So historically, of course, game impact in this game not big at all. Like it's minimal, and fun. I mean, you could have fun as Denmark, try to unify Scandinavia, but you will have issues from, first of all, Hellenic League, second of all, Sweden, and if not third of all, you will have issues from the others, like bigger nations.
But even
like
England,
Poland,
England as well.
And England, because they can get also sued by Sweden. Sweden always, by the way, gets either allied or like some way interlinked with England, by the way. Because they get a lot of same rivals, I think. Sweden and England, they get a lot of same rivals.
Yeah, in my France save, not Denmark related, but in my France save, I have Norway and Sweden in my union as France. Kind of funny.
Yeah. I think that's why as well. Because England needs to take on Denmark, so once they declare war on Denmark, Sweden likes them.
How does it feel to live in a D tier country?
It's horrible, man.
Like, yeah. I felt that.
We get an update. We will get an update maybe one day.
Yeah, I think you will, though. I think you will.
Dreaming.
Next is England. So in our save, I'm England, and I'm enjoying England, but I think which it's actually really easy if you're playing against the AI, because France is really OP, and I could imagine that if France was a player, it would actually be impossible for England to win that.
You will get pushed out the mainland immediately.
Like immediately, yeah, because the whole reason I win is because the AI just goes after Aquitaine and I just get to siege everything.
Which is another good rant for EU5. Fix your AI, Paradox. I'm talking to you, man. Whoever is designing the AI like movements, because they never collaborate on unifying their armies to fight the battles, so you can just smash them in detail like Napoleon, which is funny enough. That fucking France doesn't do it.
Yeah. So England feels like S tier when I play them against the AI, but I know if I play them into a player. What's tough though, because I guess the war goal for France into England is always to take London, which would be really hard to do even as a player.
But you can still get quite a lot of war score early on.
Well, they get the ticking war score though.
Yeah. But aren't they still pretty good enough economically to like build like a
very
good fleet?
Yeah, their economy's really good. Who? France?
France.
No, well, France starts with like no coastline, so they have no sailors.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they start with no. Yeah, they start with no coastline.
I guess you have to just take your losses, like just capture all you can, smash as many armies as you can, and then peace out. Just take the immediate war score you have. You cannot let it tick.
So I would
declare for like specific province like Normandy.
You can't. You have to do. Well, I guess you could in theory, but the 100 Years' War goal is always to take the capital.
Oh, you mean the automatic triggers?
Yeah, it's always to take the capital. I would say don't
let them trigger then.
Right. I would say England is right behind Bohemia.
Oh, 8 year. Yeah, it's 100 Years' War. It's fun. Yeah, just leave it there. Yeah.
And if you once you get past that, you do have colonialism and a great economy, and you know the early game can be kind of annoying if you're playing into a player, but.
Great Britain unification as well. That's always fun. Just smashing Scotland and the Irish.
Yeah.
By the way, Irish. Big props to Irish AI. They always try to unify the High King of Ireland, which is pretty cool. I like that.
So next is one of our African ones. We have Ethiopia.
Oh, Ethiopia.
So I never played Ethiopia. I did play Mali for one of the videos that I made. So I did play some Mali. I don't have. I think that from what I've it's kind of hard. It's kind of weird because I'm going to rank them against each other. But Ethiopia seems like that it would have more influence in the actual game than Mali would, because it's right there by the Sultanate, by the Mamluks, whereas Mali's in the middle of kind of the Sahara.
I mean, the thing about Ethiopia, apart from having shit ton of golds and a few Jewish provinces, by the way, did they put the Jewish provinces in? I didn't even check.
That's a good question. I'm sure they did, though. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, if they did that, it's based, first of all, so you can get Jerusalem and switch to Israel or something like that. That would be funny. But memes apart, what is inflation? We have it. We will always have it. Ethiopia rule. And the main goal will always be not to get absolutely demolished by Mamluks as Ethiopia. So I don't know like what else you could do apart just grow and get strong borders with the Mamluks, not to get decked on.
Now is it too Eurocentric to put them in D tier?
Oh, I think I would say C.
Okay, good. I was going to say I think they should be C as well.
It's just for the challenge aspect. Like, why would I think of it as like a fun nation to play? Because this game is all about challenges. And if you play as Ethiopia, you're like, oh my god, I have to fucking destroy Mamluks. And they are one of the strongest starting countries. So, because the prosperity and overall like well-being of Mamluks early on, it is really big. They can like challenge anyone.
We're back. Okay, we're back. Had some stuff going on in the house. So Ethiopia, we're saying is C tier.
Yes.
Okay. Next we have France.
B tier.
B tier.
Yeah.
Just because they're so OP. It's like lame. It's like playing Ottomans in EU4. Yeah. Like you're lame for it.
Yeah, there's not much of a. It's like it's similar to Japan. It's not a bad country, but like I can just think of like how many things can you do? You need to dig on England, and then either expand to big blue blob. You cannot really do that much of a trade because you will always be contested by the other more like trade-focused countries. You can try it, colonization, of course, and be in Africa especially because you will probably have some events like Niger and stuff like that. But I always do like a big blue blob. Maybe I'm just internalizing.
Well, it's even easier on this one. I mean,
yeah,
I'm playing the France one with Tristan and not only am I dominating everything, I'm also have enough money just to prop up his entire economy while I'm doing it. Like, it's pretty OP.
It's just quite sad, really. I mean, they are supposed to be strong after all. Charlemagne.
They're really not, though. At the start, they're supposed to be strong in the 1400s, but in real life, they get dominated. Like, literally, like, because the 100 Years' War is like actually 116 years. They get dominated for like literally the first 100 years of the 100 Years' War.
Yeah, because England used to pay a lot of people to help them with wars, but
they were just really inept too. I mean, they lost, like, obviously, like Battle of Agincourt. It's like 5,000 Englishmen versus like 16,000 French, and the French lose horribly.
Yeah, but it's because of French being French, and
right, exactly.
Let's not get into it.
So
because it will turn into like anti-French video. We hate France. Well, nuke it now.
I mean, what do you think? Above or below Ottomans then?
I think below Ottomans.
Okay.
Ottomans have like more challenge to it as well. So
yeah. Okay. Next we have.
It's still cooler than Japan.
I kind of agree too. Next we have Goryeo.
Korea.
Yes.
I think there's a challenge aspect. They have the what do you call them? Turtle ships. So pretty metal.
I couldn't be higher than C to me.
I would put it in front of Ethiopia if you wish to have them in C.
Yeah, I couldn't put it higher than C. I'd rather play Japan for sure than Goryeo.
But since we actually have them, they are very similar situation because Korea needs to either protect itself or be a vassal or like the you know.
Yeah, I think Korea is more of a play for Manchuria campaign, whereas Japan is more of a play for like the entire Pacific and all of the coastlines campaign. To me, that's just more, a little bit more agency.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Yeah, Korea could be really fun if somebody played like Korea and somebody played like Khmer, and then somebody played like, you know, maybe like Siam or something like that, or Viet. That could be really cool. But just on their own, I don't think they're that good.
Bobby.
All right, next we have another of my top 3 favorites is Holland.
Holland. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do so much trading today.
So much trading.
I like Holland, obviously. That's what I haven't even played a Holland campaign, but that's what I want to play next. They have tons of events. They have tons of country bonuses. You form the Netherlands. You do your trade empire. It's pretty straightforward Holland. I think it's. I mean, I'm probably super biased, but in my head, like, I'd rather play Holland than Austria, but I don't know if it's just because I'm super biased.
No, I think you're right. And after all, somebody please bring some slaves to the United States. So somebody has to do it.
Somebody has to do it. That's fair enough.
Somebody has to bring the slaves to US, and who else but Holland?
Yeah.
So
A tier.
For that reason, A tier.
All right. Next we have is the Golden Horde.
I could not give a less.
I could give a fuck to play the Golden Horde too. I could give a fuck to play the Golden Horde. I would put them below Denmark. I'd rather play Denmark than the Golden Horde.
I would rather bring back not Mamluks. What do you call it? Mongolia or some.
Yeah, Mongolia would be cool though. Golden Horde. Yeah. I don't care about Golden Horde.
Rather than Golden Horde, because they had impact on Russia, because essentially what Russians are now today, they're just. They copied so much stuff from Golden Horde. There actually was the other way around. Like, then people imagined that Golden Horde adapted to Russian customs and Muscovites and so on, but actually Muscovites adapted to Golden Horde, and that's why people make jokes about them being like Mamluks and not Mamluks, troglodytes and so on.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine playing Golden Horde, except for the reason. To bring a big horse army to Europe.
That could be cool, yeah.
That could be fun, but that's the only scenario that I can think of.
All right, next we have is Hungary.
The Black Army. That's like just popped into my mind. Mercenaries.
Yeah. John Hunyadi.
John Hunyadi.
They
Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, they do start really strong. I think that they're probably cooler than So I've seen, actually, funny enough, it's kind of like a meme, is that it's like impossible for Hungary to get like some of the institutions, just because like it just doesn't spread in Hungary for some reason, which is kind of funny.
They have a lot of revolts. They have internal troubles.
Yeah, all the time. Actually, that's a good point.
Especially at least AI doesn't know. How
AI
to do
does
it.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, the AI has no clue how to play Hungary, like whatsoever. I would say strong A.
Strong A. I was gonna say top of B.
Actually, yeah, fuck it, because I would probably rather play Brandenburg or Austria than Hungary.
Yeah, me too.
That's just me.
Yeah. Okay, Hungary at B. Next is Mali Empire.
I cannot imagine playing Mali that much.
I've played it. It's funny because you get like a shit ton of gold, but it just doesn't really matter because you just have nothing really to spend it on. And like you just get like crazy inflation. So it's kind of like goofy. But you do start with Mansa Musa. I didn't realize that was like the start date was Mansa Musa.
Somebody has to sell the slaves to Holland, so...
Right. I think them and Ethiopia are kind of swappable. I was going to put them above Ethiopia because I do think that...
More gold?
It is more gold, and it's really easy to do your colonial expansion to the coast, because it's really easy to go to the coast.
Keep them there.
Next is the Mamluks.
Very strong nation, especially early on if they don't fall apart. So I would say in A tier, because you can do a lot of things. You can also cock Venice and just do the trade.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
You could also do expansion, play very wide, because you have a huge starting army. You have one of the biggest next to China.
So I figured out, did I tell you, I figured out what what Mamluks actually is, by the way? Like, what is a Mamluk?
Mamluk. Is it with the dromedar, like with the horseback riding, or not?
No. Apparently Mamluks are, when there was a big, like I think it was the Abbasid Sultanate, the Mamluks were non-Arab Muslim slaves that they let be soldiers, and then they just got too powerful and then just made their own sultanate. So
now I'm thinking of a Game of Thrones for some reason.
Exactly like Game of Thrones. Unsullied. Exactly like the Unsullied.
What with Cox?
Exactly. Maybe.
They did have eunuchs in the Middle East at one point.
Yeah, in
Asia.
Both. And the Ottomans did, and China did.
China and Asia, Middle East, they also had the eunuchs, so maybe they didn't have cocks.
I think that they're pretty cool. I thought that was a pretty cool origin story. But to throw them in 8th here, my thing is, personally, I just don't want to play the Mamluks, but I do think maybe Impact they should be maybe as far as 8th here.
You can slam them there.
Bottom A?
Yeah, bottom A is fine, I think.
Okay. Muscovy.
I'm biased. I like Muscovy, so for me it's S tier, because I just love the idea that such a small nation, through influence and just backstabbing and so much diplomatical play, they eventually brought so much power together and unified Slavs against the invading hordes from Mongolian steppes, also with the Cossacks and so on, and kicked the living shit out of, what do you call them again? Novgorod.
I don't know, something like that, but
Novgorod, the Swedish Vikings.
I would be shocked. I couldn't see them being S tier.
That's me though. That's me. I very much like to play Muscovy.
My thing about Muscovy has always been, even in EU4, is that institutions get there so late that it's always kind of annoying. But the other thing that's kind of an EU5, I don't know if it's a bug. I'm sure they'll fix it, but every nation basically can colonial charter northern Russia. I don't know if you know this, but I always see Bohemia do it. Bohemia gets access to the coast, and then because they have enough money, they colonial charter the north of Russia. So,
oh, that's funny.
I was going to put Muscovy over Netherlands and put them right here behind England and Bohemia, but I think they're cool. I just don't think they're I think it's a cool expansion. I think your late game is going to be really fun, but I think the early game's not that cool.
The higher you put them, the happier I will be. Because,
I think right here is really fair. I think right here is really fair.
Yeah. And the thing is, what I've noticed about EU5, we talked about this before, so why not say it now as well. The lack of missions is quite sad because you don't have like specific goals to go towards to unless you already know the history.
Yeah.
Because when you had EU4, you had like the missions and
It would drive you to be historical.
it would drive you to be historical and be curious. But in EU5, you only have specific events, which you by the way don't know prior unless you Google them.
Yeah.
You just know that there are gonna be some events and that you have some formidable nations. So it's always nice to know that Muscovy is essentially the grandpa of Russia, and like you can form Russia.
Yeah.
And you get Ivan the Terrible, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Or Peter the Great more impressively, but
Or the queen, which she used to fuck
Catherine.
horses.
Catherine, yeah.
Catherine, yeah.
Catherine the horse fucker. So next week, supposedly, it was in the Epstein files I heard, but next is Naples.
I mean, it's just a beta Italy. So.
I think it's a beta Italy too. I think it's top of C.
I would rather play Florence or some other minor and form Lombardy and then go down south to form Italy than play Naples. Because Naples essentially are there just to marry into
Spain or
Spain.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think Naples is actually a really easy start though. So like for a new player, Naples is actually really easy to play. Obviously, Cole's playing him. If Cole can play him, they must be pretty easy, right? So
if Cole can play it, anybody can.
So top of C above Korea.
We love him.
Yeah.
Right, everybody, relax.
Think top of C is good?
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Okay. Next we have Norway.
The origin of Vikings.
I think playing trade Norway, colonial Norway would be cool. Any other way of playing it can't be fun.
But you get decked on by Sweden at any moment.
You do. I'm not saying it's high. I'm just saying it's not as little. I don't think it's like D
It's
tier.
not as lame as people think.
Yeah.
It's like whatever.
Right behind Naples or behind Korea?
I think it's one of Korea, just for the sake of
above or in front.
The thing about like European history, it's just so well documented because of Christian religion and the scholars. Like if you look at Asia, they still have scholars and so on to like make some notes of specific events. But we even have like quite depicted documentation about marriages and smaller things happening because every single country wants to have their own cultural meaning.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Meanwhile, in China, Ming Dynasty took control. 18 million perished.
Yeah.
It's like holy shit. But meanwhile, in Europe, one city is fighting with the other city over a bucket.
And you know about it
so much,
hundreds of years later. Yeah.
Hundreds of years later, you can still like read up about it, and they have like libraries full of documentation about it.
Yeah, well, it's funny too, because like and it could just be also that it's like Chinese, so like you don't really, I don't want to say don't care, but it is maybe like a Eurocentric thing where it's like, I just don't really care as much. But it's like, you think of battles, like I said, Agincourt, or you think of battles like Bosworth Field, which is like a, like a War of the Roses battle. And in your head, it's like, this had to be huge, you know? And then you see the numbers and it's like 4,000 versus 11,000. And you're like, huh, that's really not, that's like a town maybe at best. And then you see like a Japanese, or not you see like a Mongolia sack of Baghdad. And it's like 1 million died in 3 days. And it's like, oh, okay.
And 2 million were eaten.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Chinese actually story. Was it China? I think it was China, right? That they told them to fuck off and then they sieged the city and completely destroyed it. Where was it actually?
No, that was where no, it'd be where modern day Persia is. It ended with the sack of Baghdad, but that was the Timurids did that too. I can't remember what the nation was called at the time, but the Timurids did that. Timur did that. I can't remember what the country was that he did that too, but
funny story though.
A funny tale.
A funny gag.
It was a good prank for sure. The next one is Novgorod. Lower on the list, but if you turn this in, because it's like a trade nation. If you made like a trade Russia, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Imagine like two Russias, and there's like normal big tough Russia, then there's like northern trade Russia. Like that would be kind of cool.
But it's kind of weird because they were essentially the Russian Vikings, and they turned to pacify themselves into traders, which is kind of like, meh. Why would you do that?
Well, because they're in a good spot geographically, I think, because they're on that Baltic coast.
But they were so cool, you know, and they decided to be like, yeah, let's calm down and just trade, you know.
I think that they're somewhere in C. I wouldn't put them in D because I would actually rather play Novgorod than. I'd probably put them right with around Norway, low key, behind Norway, behind Korea, maybe.
I'll let you sort this one out.
I think behind Korea, but above Mali and Ethiopia. All right, next one. We do because I must have took the picture of.
It's fine. Let's move to the next.
All right. Well, Ottomans. This is Byzantium. This is what it was supposed to be. Was Byzantium.
Oh, you dumbass.
All right. Let's. Actually, I can fix this really quick.
Hot fix.
I can fix this really quick.
Update. Updates, people. Updates. Since we have a commercial break, don't forget to wishlist and like our upcoming game called
Winter Reach Emporium. Exactly. I didn't say it at the start. I've been saving it for like the end or whatever.
Yeah, since we have a commercial break now.
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead and pull it up.
Especially zombie. Yeah, pull it up right now.
Right now, it's on the screen. Maybe.
And back to the video.
Back to the video. All right, so next we have Byzantium, which has been here the whole time, and we perfectly set it up. So Byzantium, you're a big Byzantium lover.
Yes, sir.
Now,
the Orthodox.
I think they're cool. I'm gonna just say I don't think they're A tier cool.
So they are S tier cool.
I think they're in B tier. Honestly,
strongest B tier ever. Then.
Okay.
They wanted to have it so bad in the B tier.
Because they're not like they do kind of. Don't they start with like a trillion loans and bad economy?
They do start with okay economy, but they will get there because they have 2 crises going on. But the thing is about Byzantium, which is kind of odd, but I get it. They want to make it difficult. But the thing is, you start stronger than Ottomans, and the looming Ottomans empire will never come fully like what do you call it, a threat if you decide to immediately declare war on them. Like instantly, as soon as the game starts, you need to instantly declare Ottomans and deck on them so hard they will never come back. And if you do that, and then you have the civil revolt with the uncle or whatnot, because you have a regent, which is your mother, your little jit. So then some other things happen, and you also have your nobles, which are quite powerful, so it can take into revolt. And also you need to watch out for the other Christian nations. But it's not as hard as it kind of should be, I think. So,
do you think, though, here was going to be my question, in a multiplayer game, if there was a human Ottomans and a human Mamluks and a human Hungary and a human you would get fucked up hard.
Unless Hungary decides to help you.
Unless Hungary helps you.
As good Christians.
Yeah, fair enough.
Serbia and Bulgaria.
Yeah, so if you had a Serbian hater, because I don't know if you know this, Serbia gets free claims on the Greek regions of Byzantium.
Like me. Funny enough, they always like.
Oh, when I did my Serbia play, you get free claims in an event where you just get like 3 province claims of Byzantium.
Greek.
Yeah.
The Greek area.
Yeah, the Greek area.
But I just like the idea of Byzantium because it's the second Rome, and the whole idea that you have your own not pope. I forgot what they call them. But
patriarch.
Patriarch, yeah, you have your own patriarchs, and you are the head patriarch because you're the emperor. So, just for the sake
I think they're cool.
Fun,
no, I think they're cool.
Impact and historical meaning behind Byzantium, I would actually rather play it than Austria. That's me though. I really like Byzantium.
You know, I get this. I think it's like people get like border gore cringe, where they see border gore and they cringe. I get like a historical cringe where it's like if something that's ahistorical happens, I cringe. So like whenever I see like Byzantium wins, I like cringe, and I'm like, it's not how it's supposed to be, you know, like. But
you're like, oh no,
yeah, that's not what happened. Yeah, exactly.
The Ottomans are supposed to win.
Yeah,
yeah. They have to supposed to blow up the wall.
Yeah, exactly like that.
It starts rocking in the chair, like what do you call the one which you had your arms in it and you're like just trapped in it?
Yeah,
old hot
exactly, a straitjacket. Yeah,
straitjacket. You're like, no, it's just supposed to be like that.
Yeah,
they cannot keep getting away with it.
Next, we have Poland.
Poland.
You like Poland, right?
Polski kdo? Siemka. Polski sklep. Bajajo. Anyways, memes aside, I love the Hussars. And who doesn't who likes history? So, for one of the reasons, and also the fact they have quite strong economy, and you can have the biggest city in Europe early on because pretty much everything happens in Krakow. I think they are quite strong and they have big impact. But there's one reason why I dislike them because of my playthrough. There are no big events for unifying Lithuania. Even if you marry them, you get alliance. By the way, alliances are completely retarded. You don't have an option to check out that they cannot call you in wars. So I kind of dislike that. Like it was in EU4, which they should bring back, by the way. But past the point. I would say strong B.
Really? I thought you were going to say S tier.
Well, S tier is just like for the best of the best.
I guess that's a good point, yeah.
My S tier would be for Byzantium.
Really?
And you decide not to put it there, but it's fine. It's fine. This is after all your list. I'm just a guest here.
Oh, no. I didn't think you thought Byzantium was S tier.
I mean, the idea of bringing back the fallen empire is just so much fun to me. Like alternate road in the history. Like, what if they would stop being incompetent and they would like just get their shit together?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could make a better, like, to me, like, for S tier, like, I think Muscovy has a better S tier argument than Byzantium.
I mean, yeah, for me, Muscovy is as well S tier. So I said for both of them, the higher you put it, the more happier I am.
Yeah,
but I will not fight it. You control the mouse button. I'm just talking here.
Like I'm just when I think of like fun, historical impact, and then game impact, Muscovy makes those arguments better. But I would say Bohemia makes the arguments way better than Byzantium.
And Poland, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Bohemia is one of the strongest HRE countries.
I think we could even argue right now to put Bohemia up in S tier because I'm not sure anything else is going to make it in S tier at this point.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. And then if you really want, we can put Muscovy at the top of A.
Ooh, I don't think more than England. England has more events.
Okay, never mind then. Okay.
So let's do it like this. I would say Poland goes in front of Austria because it's still more fun to play than Austria because Austria
I agree.
Seems like a headache.
Yeah, I agree.
But Holland has more options and is much more fun to play to like a tall Holland.
I agree.
Poland, which you mostly play wide, let's be honest. You try to unify the vassals and then you just push over a little bit to the east. Somehow you get Lithuania to be your PU, which I have still not managed to do somehow, or maybe I was just unlucky with the events. Even though in my playthrough Lithuania loved me, we were married, we were in alliance, but I just could not get the events. So
okay. Well, so you like being the Eastern Pope. What do you think about being the Western Pope? And our next country is the Papal States.
The Pope. I don't think strongly of Pope because there are some mechanics for which are Pope specific, like the bulls. And, you can excommunicate, call crusades, all the good stuff, and you can also establish the candidacies and also give bishops to people. But as soon as anything happens between you and France with the double popes or triple popes or Hussites, not a single time I have seen a strong pope. I don't know if it's just AI thing.
In one of my games, I have a pretty strong pope, but not like strong, relevant to how like in comparison to how strong they normally are. Not strong like they're not like Bohemia strong or like they're like it's a stronger pope, not like it's strong. You know what I mean?
Which is another of my beefs is the Bohemia is strong starting off the game, of course, right off the bat. And when there's the Hussite war, I don't know why, but so many little countries in EU, even if you are player or not player, they like you more than they like Pope, which is bonkers. That like the small city-states, not city-states, is it city-state?
Free cities.
Now. Free cities of HRE would side with Bohemia instead of Pope, which is absolutely mental. They all sided with Pope and they tried to deck on Bohemia, which let's not talk about Zizka again, but the man never lost a war, or a battle to be precise. Yeah. So
I think Pope is. You think it's C tier, or you think it's in B?
I think Pope is in C tier just for the sake of multiplayer, where you can have a lot of.
For the sake of multiplayer, I'd put him above Naples.
Because if you're playing single player, it's like, okay, well, maybe try to do Italy, but then you are not a Pope if you do Italy playthrough. You can play tall, but you will always be outdone by Venice or Georgia. What do you call it again? Georgia? What is the one which is the other trade node?
Genoa.
Genoa or Venice, they will always outdo you.
In trade, yeah.
You can in a trade, so there's not much to do. But if you do multiplayer, people like to roleplay with Pope.
I agree.
You can have a lot of fun as Pope, especially because you can fuck with any Christian by excommunicating him or calling crusade and unifying all the Christian nations to go back to reclaim Jerusalem, which by the way, we all want to do in our hearts. All our Muslim friends watching this, I'm sorry. But in the end, Pope is fun in multiplayer, I think.
Yeah.
In single player, meh. Because
I agree.
If you decide to do wide, you're Italy. If you decide to do tall, you're not going to be as efficient as other countries on this list.
All right, next up is Portugal.
Portugal, very tall, very tall.
In my head, Portugal's like way worse. Castille.
I would say B tier.
It's behind Japan, I would say, probably, actually.
Yeah, you cannot play wide as Portugal as much. You can fuck the Moroccans and the pirates in Morocco and so on, and in Africa, but essentially it will always goes down due to your events to play just tall and go colonial route anyhow. So
yeah,
not much of a choice there, really.
Yeah, Portugal's not too exciting, I don't think so.
It's good just to relax and trade and do the colonization, but in terms of like bigger things happening in HRV and Europe in general, you're not a big player. Like, you will always get overshadowed by Castille or Aragon, Naples, just in the peninsula. Or if you go out of the peninsula to France, England, Brandenburg, Austria, Hungary, you're a small fry.
Yeah. All right. Well, next up we have Serbia, and I think Serbia is actually like better than people think.
Oh yeah.
Even get
always be bandits. Fuck with Ottomans.
Yeah. Well, you can also. It's easy to beat Byzantium as Serbia. You also get an event to get a gold mine.
They gave Serbia more love in this one than the previous.
For sure, yeah.
That's for sure. And they have the Skanderbeg.
Skanderbeg.
Call him again. Skanderbeg. So that's pretty cool. And there's an event for him. So we like that. We love that.
I think they're like above Portugal, actually.
Yeah, I think so. You have more choices. I would put it in before Japan.
Yeah, I like that.
Again, it's more of a challenge. It's more fun to do. You have more things to do. You can go. I would not go tall as Serbia per se, because you need the power against Ottomans.
Yeah, I would try to unify Balkans.
You're kind of forced to go wide, but at the same time you can still do diplomatic route and make sure that Hungary likes you.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have the conflicts with your Christian neighbor, and some other things with Poland or Austria to get them on your side and help you in wars, or Venice, because they hate the Ottomans as well. Unless they lose to Byzantium.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy with this placement.
All right, next up is this is my other top three nations that I like to play, but
just put it to S tier, man.
No, I was gonna say they're actually probably gonna be shockingly low because they're actually not like as exciting, other than just playing Sweden. Like, playing Sweden's fun to play Sweden, but like they're probably somewhere in like they're like somewhere in mid B tier, actually.
You think they're
not super impactful.
They are not, but
they're pretty weak. They're pretty weak for like a long time, but I think it's cool. I'd put them like behind Ottomans. Put them right there, low key.
Pardon.
Like, I definitely want more for Sweden to come. Like, I need more I need a Sweden update. Like Castille doesn't need an update. Like, it feels like it's great as is. Sweden needs an update.
Yeah, but the thing about Sweden is they were one of the even like fun, historical, whatever you want to pick. I think it's both.
Mhm.
What I'm trying to get to is they have the Duck Wars, right?
Yeah.
The Protestants. And that was always like fun part of history that they all collectively in Sweden were like, yeah, fuck Pope.
Yeah, 30
And
years war. And
Protestant. There was one of the early implicators of Protestant religion, so that's always cool.
I think they're cool.
Family myself.
They're cool and they're kind of fun, but if you were they're not that strong. Like you even do have trouble beating Denmark as Sweden. And your country is like so spread out that your control is really low for a really long time, almost like over your entire country. And you also have this other thing where, I mean, it's probably like not that big a deal, but your integration speed is also super low. So to integrate Norway takes like over 100 years. And then you also get this your markets. There's like 4 or 5 markets up there. There's like a Riga market, and there's a Novgorodian market, and then there's the Stockholm market, and then there's a Lund market, the Lubeck market, and then like a Norway market. Like there's so many markets up there. Like it's hard to consolidate the market.
Yeah. But which I'm thinking about Sweden, I think it's one of the funnest pick to do for Baltic domination and just.
Okay, I would agree on that though. I would agree on that.
Think it's either Sweden. Denmark, not so much, because as Denmark, you have a lot of issues with Schleswig-Holstein and Germany, so you don't have much of option.
Probably Poland or Brandenburg are probably the other ones. Yeah.
I would put Teutons, but Teutons get deck on almost every single game.
I put Sweden.
It's kind of given to Teutons to lose, unless they are a player who knows what the fuck they're doing.
I'd put Sweden right behind Byzantium.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Right, next up, we have Venice.
Venice. I apologize. I think the variety for the fun playthrough is there. They have a lot of events as well, with Mediterranean trade, cucking Ottomans, fucking with Spain and the Italian countries. And they have the option to turn in. They are in the what do you call the specific parliament? They're sort of trade union, or what do you call again the specific government type?
Not a doge, but I'm trying to forget what it's. A republic.
A republic. There we go. They are the first republic to ever exist. So I would put them very high just because of that. They are fun to play tall. They are fun to play wide. It's just a little bit niche because you need to focus on the navy so much.
I think they're somewhere in B tier. You think they're higher?
I think they are right next to Serbia.
Above or below?
Above, I think.
I would say above too. I think that's good placement. I kind of agree.
And last one is
Great Yuan, or China.
China.
And why is it last on the list? Why do you think it's last on the list?
Shut the fuck up.
Where do you think it actually is? I think it might low-key be here, by the way. To me, this is like the most slam dunk D tier other than Golden Horde. Golden Horde and Yuan are like what's worse to me. I don't know if you have like a soft spot for. I don't know if you've got a Chinese donor who wants you to make them higher or what. But where do you think they are?
We are a strong country. I would say that if you start in different date with China in turmoil, and you're one of the smaller countries, it's fun. But if you start as like unified China, you're a player. Let's be honest. You will look at playthroughs. You will look at what works, what doesn't, to make sure you don't fall apart. And it's so fucking boring to be strong straight off. Like, there is a challenge in that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
There might, if there would be like a lot of internal troubles, even though there's there will probably get DLC like we had in EU4. What was the one in EU4 again?
No idea. For China?
For China.
Not Kingdom of Heaven, right?
The Kingdom of Heaven. Yeah, you look at the Kingdom of Heaven and the mandates, which can be fun.
Mandate of Heaven,
yeah, Mandate of Heaven. So I'm fine with having it in D tier because it's one of the most boring fucking DLCs we ever got. It's cool, it's historically accurate, but it just, to me, it's not fucking fun. I never like to play China. There's
All right,
no challenge in there.
All right, everybody. Well, that is the whole consolidated list. That is, I really, it's pretty objective. So if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. I linked Roofy's YouTube in the description. Also in the description is our Game Witch Reach Emporium. Make sure you go wishlist it. It'll support the channel. And thanks, guys, for watching.